So over the past couple of years, I've made literally thousands of Tonex tone models, and it got me thinking. I wanted to go back through and review a lot of the tone models that I made and kind of pick and narrow it down to what my current desert island tone model collections would be. Now, I reserve the right to change this at any time. A lot of these things are very subjective and are even going to be based on our moods and even just how we're presently thinking musically. But I wanted to cover enough bases that if I was trapped in a desert island with just so many tone model collections on a Tonex pedal, which ones would get me through all of the situations I would obviously run into being on a desert island. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to dive right in, take a look at these tone model collections. All of these are available at my website. The links will be below if you're so inclined and want to grab a copy of them. I also have a lot of free samples up on my website that you can grab also to give some samples a try before you grab the whole collection. So I hope you enjoy this look at these tone models. Let's dive right in. All right, so here we are over in Tonex. I've chosen today to play my incredible Vigier GV Wood semi-hollow body guitar, and the reason is it's a dual humbucker guitar, but it has the ability to split into single coils as well, just so we can hear some of these tone models with a variety of different pickup choices. So the first tone model collection I would bring with me would be the Two Stone SS Mid Ultimate. Now, this is part of a bigger collection. You can get this one on its own, but I did a really in-depth set of captures based off of my incredible Two Rock Studio signature through its matching Two Rock 112 closed back cabinet. And I gotta say, there's a lot of tonal possibilities in this amp. This amp has a voicing switch that you can go mid, up, or down on it, and there's different characteristics. Mid is one of my favorites. Now, as for all the other tone models that'll be shown in this video, when there's a number, not the two stone here, but after the main name, the number is going to be the gain level. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to see here that a lot of the different selector switches are in place. When it says B, it's going to be the bright switch. B, D is going to be bright and deep, bright and mid, bright, mid, and deep. And not all of the gain levels will have all of them because the effect of those switches becomes less as we get higher gains. So I really tried to capture all the possibilities from this amp. So two stone, one mid. That's on the bridge pickup, neck pickup. Single coil in the middle. It sounds really nice to regardless of the pickup choice we're on. Now we engage the bright switch. Brightens things up a bit. Bright and deep. Bright and mid. Bright, mid, and deep. Moving on to just the deep switch. You can see we get a real wide array of tonal possibilities. Some of my favorite settings always have that mid switch involved. And mid and deep. Now moving on to the second level of gain. Single coil. And again, we're going to have this with the deep switch on. It's a fatter tone all around. Mid switch, a real favorite of mine. Something like that with a touch of the new tape delay would be very, very cool. Moving on to the mid and deep switch. And then finally to the highest level of gain. Deep switch. Again, one of my favorites is the mid switch. And the mid and deep switch. So as you can hear, a lot of really sweet tones there. Moving on to the Brit Silver Double Cream. So these captures are based off of my incredible Marshall 2555X Silver Jubilee through my Rev Celestion G12H75 loaded creamback cabinet. That's a 212 cab. And we have everything starting from clean. Moving through into push. Next level of gain. First level of overdrive. Single coil. Next level of gain. And then finally the highest level of gain. Moving on to the Cheef-Tan Ultimate Collection. This is a great set of tone models based off of my matchless Cheef-Tan through the combo Celestion G12H75 single 12 speaker. Really, really beautiful tones here. The L and the H are the low versus the high input. Give me some nice chime out of this. Neck pickup. Moving on to the next level of gain on that low input. Next level of gain on that input. Single coil. Final level of gain on that input. Temp gets kind of ratty and nasty when it's opened right up, but I think that that's a cool tone for some situation. Single coil. Then you move on to the other input. Level of gain. And finally, the highest level of gain. Moving on to one of my favorite collections for an overall rock tonality would be the Fried Taco Double Cream that I have clean push 1, push 2, OD1, OD2, OD3. This is based off of my incredible Friedman Pink Taco version 2 through the same Rev 212 creamback cabinet. This amp isn't really a clean amp, but it does get some all right clean tones. The neck pickup. but that's not really where this amp shines. It starts to shine as we push it more. Moving on to the next level of gain. To the overdrive. Next level. And then finally the highest level of gain. This next collection was an amp I added to my collection after a couple of nights of hanging out and having a few drinks with my good friends Marco Miniman and Guthrie Govan. Now, this is an amp that Guthrie actually used for a very long time while touring, and it was kind of designed with him in mind, and that is the Victory V30, the Jack Mark II. Some beautiful tones on this. The clean channel isn't just clean, though. You'll see clean 1, 2, 3, crunch 1, 2, 3, OD 1, 2, 3, and that's basically those channels at different levels of gain. One thing Guthrie told me, he says, make sure you try the clean channel cranked up. It's some of the most beautiful, overdriven crunch tones you're going to get. But here is the clean setting. Neck pickup. Moving on to the next level of gain. And the final level of gain where we really push that clean channel. Moving on to the crunch channel. Next level of gain. Final level of gain on that channel. Overdrive channel. So a really versatile amp. Guthrie was so right about this. And I'm going to be having more tone models of this amp, but through V30 speakers in the very near future. One of my favorite all-time amp companies is Dr. Z. And I recently released this incredible small collection based off of one of the newest additions to my amp collection, which is the Dr. Z X-Ray. So this is basically 5 tone models. A lot of these do include the DI tone models as well. So check on the product page for them, because a good chunk of these do include the DIs, such as the Two-Stone SS, the Jack Victor, and the Z-Ray, as I'm about to show you. So this starts off nice and clean through the Combo's Warehouse Guitars Retro 30 speaker. Really been having a hard time getting enough of these ones. Neck pickup, bridge pickup. Moving on through the levels of gain. Third level of gain. Single coils. Fourth level of gain. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. Moving on to an amp that I've really fallen in love with, which is the Ombre amplifier. This is such an incredible amp. We have a normal and a bright input on this, and again, the same sort of levels of gain here. Combo comes with a Celestion V-type speaker. Moving on to higher levels of gain. Then we move to the bright channel and go through those same levels of gain. Love this amp when it's being pushed very, very hard. So another really killer amp that gets us in that Fender brown face kind of territory. Another real favorite of mine is the Soldano SL030, and this collection is based off of that amp through the same Rev 212 dual creamback loaded cabinet. And there's the clean tone. It's going to be a very versatile set that's going to get you through a whole night in a rock band. Really, really versatile, going all the way from beautiful cleans to all out mayhem. Back to the Dr. Z amps now. This is based off of the Dr. Z Z-Rack Junior amp, but through a very unlikely speaker cab loaded with Celestion G12 T75 speakers. So again, we have the 5 levels of gain, starting off clean. Moving on to the next level again. Finally, the last level. Single coils. And finally, the Dr. Z Z28 Double Cream Collection. The Z28 Mark II is another beautiful amp by the folks over at Dr. Z. And this collection is based off of that amp. Little tiny bit more breakup. one. Push 2. OD1. And OD2. Just with the guitar volume down and on the single coil, and now back to the bridge humbucker. So these all clean up really nice as well. All right, there you have it. What did you guys think? I hope that was an enjoyable look at those tones. I hope you enjoyed the tones. There's quite a wide array of tones there. I was trying to cover as many bases as I could and have as many tonal possibilities at my fingertips. So thanks so much for sharing your time with me. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content. I'm going to leave you with a demo video for one of these tone model collections we listened to today so you can hear what they sound like in the mix. I hope you enjoy the music on the way out. Links are below to all the collections you heard today. Thanks again for sharing your time with me. Ciao for now.